Signs your past loved one is trying to contact you. When a loved one passes away, it can be difficult to let go. Some people find solace in the belief that their loved ones are watching over them from the other side. Here are some signs that your past loved one is trying to contact you. 1. You suddenly start dreaming about them often. 2. You feel their presence around you often. 3. Objects that were important to them start showing up in random places. 4. You hear their voice or laugh in your head when you're thinking about them. 5. You see things that remind you of them constantly. If you're experiencing any of these things, it's possible that your loved one is trying to contact you from the other side. It's important to be open to the idea and to listen to your intuition. They may be trying to tell you something important. How to tell when past loved ones are around you. When a loved one passes away, it can be difficult to let them go. You may find yourself looking for signs that they are still with you. Here are a few ways to tell when your past loved ones are around you. One way to tell is if you start seeing their favorite things everywhere you go. For example, if they love flowers and you start seeing flowers everywhere, it could be a sign that they are trying to reach out to you. Another way is if you feel their presence around you. This can be a feeling of warmth or comfort, or even just a sense that they are near. Finally, pay attention to your dreams. Sometimes our loved ones will visit us in our dreams, and this can be a way for them to communicate with us from the other side. How can I tell if a spirit is around me? Have you ever felt a presence in your home that you can't explain? Or, have you ever had a feeling that someone is watching you, even when you're alone? These are common experiences that many people have had at one time or another. But how can you tell if a spirit is around you? There are a few things to look for when trying to determine if a spirit is present. First, pay attention to your intuition. If you suddenly get a feeling that something isn't right, or if you feel like you are being watched, it's possible that a spirit is nearby. Another way to tell if a spirit is around is by paying attention to your dreams. If you find yourself having recurring dreams about someone who has passed away, it's possible that they are trying to communicate with you from the other side. Signs that a ghostly presence is around you. When it comes to the paranormal, everyone has their own experiences and beliefs. Some people are skeptical while others believe wholeheartedly in ghosts. Whether you fall into the latter category or not, there are certain signs that indicate a ghostly presence might be near. Here are a few things to look out for. 1. Unexplained noises. This is perhaps the most common sign that something supernatural is going on. If you hear footsteps when no one else is home, or strange banging in the middle of the night, it could be a sign that a ghost is trying to get your attention. 2. Cold spots. Do you ever feel a sudden chill in a room for no apparent reason? This could be caused by a ghostly presence. 3. The presence of an unexplained scent. If you smell something unusual and can't figure out where it's coming from, chances are good that it's a ghostly odor. 4. Strange lights in the night sky. These are called ghost lights, and they're one of the most common signs that a ghost is trying to communicate with you. 5. The feeling of being watched. If you feel like someone is watching you when you're alone, it could be a sign that someone unseen is actually present. 6. Unusual sounds. While you're alone, do you hear something that doesn't seem to be coming from any particular direction? That could be a ghostly sound. 7. Apparitions and shadows. If you see a dark, human-like shape out of the corner of your eye, that could be a ghost. 8. Hearing voices or strange noises. If you hear someone talking when no one is around, it might be a ghost. 9. Physical contact from an unseen presence. If you feel someone touch you or grab onto you, it could be a ghost. 10. Seeing an apparition of a person who has passed away. If you see a ghostly figure that resembles someone who has died, it's probably just your imagination. Signs your house may be haunted. When it comes to ghosts, people tend to either believe in them wholeheartedly or not at all. But whether you're a skeptic or a believer, there are certain signs that your house may be haunted. Here are a few things to look out for. 1. Unexplained noises. If you start hearing strange noises coming from different parts of your house, it could be a sign that something otherworldly is going on. Common sounds include footsteps, knocking, and voices. 2. Unexplained movement. This is another common sign of haunting. Things like doors opening and closing on their own, objects moving around, and lights turning on and off by themselves can all indicate the presence of a ghost. 3. Unexplained smells. Although the majority of ghosts don't have a distinct smell, some people claim to notice a faint scent of flowers or perfume when there's no living person around. Is my house haunted? Have you ever felt like someone was watching you, even when you were alone? Have doors swung open or closed on their own? These could be signs that your house is haunted. While many people think that hauntings are just fictional stories, there are actually many reports of real-life hauntings. People have experienced strange noises, moving objects, and ghostly apparitions in their homes. So what should you do if you think your house is haunted? First, try to determine if there is a logical explanation for the activity. If you can't find a rational explanation, then it's possible that your home is indeed haunted. There are a few things you can do to get rid of ghosts, like blessed salt or holy water. You can also try contacting a professional ghostbuster or exorcist. You can also play the Archangel Michael house clearing blessing, available at https://archangelsbliss.com. Signs a past loved one is paying you a visit. When a loved one passes, it can be difficult to let go. However, there are signs that they may be visiting you from the other side. If you are feeling their presence, seeing them in your dreams, or finding objects that belonged to them, it's possible they're trying to communicate with you. It's important to be open to the idea of receiving messages from your loved ones. They may be trying to tell you something important or just want to let you know they're okay. Pay attention to your intuition and trust your gut when it comes to interpreting the signs. If you feel something isn't right, try to get some clarity by asking questions. You feel their presence. If you've lost a loved one, you may notice that they're present in the room with you. However, this presence usually doesn't feel like they're there physically. Instead, it's more like a feeling that they're with you. You may feel like they're standing behind you or nearby, watching over you. Many people describe this feeling as a warm presence. In some cases, you may feel your deceased loved one touch or hug you. A good way to get some clarity about this feeling is by asking them questions. For example, you can say, "Can you tell me what you're doing now?" Or "What are you trying to tell me?" Signs a ghost is paying you a visit. There are a few key things to look out for if you think a ghost might be paying you a visit. First, check for any cold spots in your home, as ghosts can lower the temperature of their surroundings. Secondly, see if there are any strange noises or voices that can't be explained. This is often one of the most common signs of a ghostly presence. Finally, pay attention to any electrical disturbances such as lights flickering or appliances turning on and off by themselves, and these could be signs that a ghost is trying to communicate with you. Signs of a bad spirit around you. When it comes to the spirit world, there are good spirits and bad spirits. Bad spirits can cause all sorts of problems in your life, so it's important to be able to recognize the signs of a bad spirit around you. One sign that there may be a bad spirit around you is if you start feeling negative energy. This can manifest as feelings of fear, anger, or depression. If you suddenly start feeling like you're being suffocated or like there's a dark cloud over your head, that's another sign that a bad spirit may be present. Another sign of a bad spirit is strange occurrences happening around you. If things start moving on their own, objects go missing, or strange noises occur, it's possible that a bad spirit is trying to make its presence known. Signs of a good spirit around you. When trying to determine if a good spirit is around you, there are several signs to look for. First, you may feel a sense of peace or calm in the presence of the spirit. You may also feel happier and more positive than usual in their presence. The spirit may also help you to feel more connected to the natural world and to other people. Finally, you may find that the spirit brings with him a sense of hope or joy. Signs of angels around you. There are many signs that angels are around us. Here are a few of the most common ones. 1. You feel a sense of peace or calm in their presence. 2. You feel an overwhelming sense of love. 3. You see repetitive numbers or patterns. 4. Feathers suddenly appear in random places. 5. You hear angelic music or voices without knowing where it's coming from. In conclusion, a broken bar. In conclusion, if you think your loved one is trying to contact you, pay attention to the signs. They could be trying to tell you something important. If you are unsure, ask a medium for help.